We're late enough as it is. Test chat. Alright, chat overlay is up. Alright, here we go. Hello everyone. We are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I'm going on the Healer's Run to Recovery, which means using the Angel Mythic Path. Life Oracle Domain. No, it's the same run. Alright. Let's see. I beat up a lot of the slavers in the slave market. I don't think I got all of them yet, though. This load is taking a little bit of time, apparently. And there we have it. All right. Let's have several summons that are up. Right. I tried to fight Sarzakis and died again. So we are going to try going through the area and seeing if there's anyone else. And it's Crebus. That was another one. Alright. The tall, thin vendor is swathed in a loose black robe. He is not a demon, but it is impossible to determine his race. His expressionless and hairless face is covered in tattoos, and looks as if it is made of wax. His eyes are motionless. As you approach, the black figure almost doubles over as he sweeps into a low bow. The vendor moves with a supernatural delicacy and grace impossible for a human. He extends his arms, also covered in tattoos, towards you. The ink on his palms comes to life and forms the words, "Greetings. I am Crebus, vendor of magical lunatics." Something inside you awakens and casts a fiery glance at the slaver. You can see the darkness curling under the thin layer of his skin, or rather a shadow resembling darkness, a demon woven of shadows. What kind of slaves can you offer? With a slight nod, Crebus points at a group of slaves standing nearby. All of them are completely motionless, their backs unnaturally straight. They seem to be drugged. Their eyes are entirely black without a hint of pupil, and in the depths, tiny blue sparks flicker like stars in the night sky. From time to time, some of the slaves utter something uncanny or barely comprehensible, then fall silent again. Tiny ink glyphs begin to appear rapidly on the slaver's palm, as if drawn by a skilled scribe. My lunatics. Magical ingredients for ritual sacrifices. Dissolved in blood. fermentation finished, distillation finished, deposited into practical self-propelled storage units inside the slaves' bodies. High magic potential. The goods were examined and certified by esteemed Willarders, approved for trading. What have you done to these slaves and why? Snakes made of letters crawl over Crebus's hands. They are no longer slaves, they are vessels of magic. Their bodily fluids were drained and replaced by potions and decoctions imbued with energies. Their dried mummies were filled with the dampness of magic, and their dehydrated brains were filled with the mysteries of the universe. Top quality, Nahindrian, as they say here in the Lucian era. Show me your wares. And show me your magic wares. The slaver gives you another low bow. One of his eyes suddenly rolls out of its eye socket. With a neat, gentle movement, Crebus touches the eyeball and returns it to its normal place. Then he points to his wares. No. Okay. So, alright. What do we got here? We got Phantasmal Guide. +5 quarterstaff, Ghost Touch. Allows the wearer to cast illusion spells as if they were 3 levels higher. Ooh. I can't afford that, can I? Nope. But that would be nice. It's a nice item to have. Robe of Malice. Only given to lawful evil monks. Ring of Imminent Demise. Whenever the wearer of this ring makes an attack of opportunity, the enemy must pass a fort save. DC 26 will be knocked down. Also grants +2 competence bonus when attacking with two-handed weapons. And Boots of Arcane Persistence. Whenever the wearer of these boots casts the same spell for the 4th time during the day, their next spell becomes quickened as though using the quickened spell feat. Let's see. Cast spell as a swift action. Another action, even casting another spell. Okay, that's good. Should get that. Okay, if I could have both of these, that would be great. Let me see how much stuff I can sell. These +4 daggers, +3 dagger, 3 barbouche. Composite longbow. Terror. Charge. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to most of this. Let me see. What armors do I have? I can probably get rid of Mystic Grace. Let's see. Archery, don't need those. Okay, don't need that. Or that. Let's see. Everything else here seems pretty... Oh, what? No, I can get rid of those. Imagine where I'm doing things okay. And stagnant. Belong stack sounds. Belt of the venerated champion. I think somebody's already wearing one. Nope. Oh, yeah, someone is. Alright, I can sell this. Alright, let's see. What else here? I guess at least plus 4. Since we're gonna have to use plus 5 ones. Let's see. Anything else I can get, we would sell. I almost have it. Sell the full chain shirt. There we go. And with that, we have a deal. Look up the spells and power. Wand of sound. Your cooking spell. Neat. The Holy Shepherd. While wielding this ring with the sign of Baphomet, you can summon 2 CR-14 half-fiendish minotaurs 3 times a day, and they fight by your side for 10 minutes. However, if you die while wearing this ring, they are summoned too, but now as enemies. So, I guess that's fine. Deal. myself. The rod can go to the one caster that focuses on illusion spells. Save. And no. Fungus cards, passages. Searching for blood, much. Many hungry stars came together. No shard of empty nothingness devoured them and became a star itself, a gaping, glowing maw, and its hunger was immense. Okay. Who are you and where did you come from? 3 words appear on the vendor's palms. Crebus from everywhere. The secretive stranger smiles lifelessly and shrugs. His soft flowing movements are so smooth as to be almost indiscernible, as if he were not a creature of flesh but rather of melting wax. The slaver opens his mouth wide, and you see neither teeth nor tongue inside. The ink on his palm forms the words, "I can communicate." We won't be making any deals, attack. 2 small projectiles whiz past your ear. The glass eyeballs have popped out of Crebus's eye sockets. Dense clouds of darkness flow from his impossibly wide mouth, gathering to form an eerie demonic figure. The figure bares its teeth. The pale skin, now with no trace of the living tattoos, drops to the ground like an empty robe. The lunatics ignore the horrible metamorphosis their master is undergoing. They stay lost in their magic trance.
Defeat is not an option.
Shadow demons. Well, let's see if if the purchase is worth it. Nope. Holy smite.
Redemption!
Slaves. The faces of the lunatics are dotted with blood, but their empty gazes show no change. One slave's cheek is pierced through. A sharp rock hit him during the fight, but the slave does not pay the slightest attention to the wound. Do you understand me? The unfortunate poisoned by Crebus's magic potions ignore your words. They continue to stare into the void with their airy black eyes, whispering. Suddenly, one of the lunatics turns his head slightly towards you. He looks through you with huge black eyes that lack pupils. White motes in their depths resemble stars. The lunatic opens his mouth and speaks to you in a clear voice. You have a star in your heart, a strong one. It's beautiful. What happened to you? The lunatic's hands start to move. With a grace that seems impossible for a mortal, his hands begin drawing something in the air. Finally, the lunatic starts talking. His hoarse voice is distinct and clear. Everything inside has boiled away and now it's empty, as dark as a well. From the bottom of the well you can see the stars. Even when the sun is high in the sky, we have boiled away and now we see the stars. It doesn't say it's evil or anything to tell them how to get to the camp. Leave. The lunatic continues to ignore the world around them, watching the stars that have settled from their black eyes. Turn-based combat on.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Then
Let us
both
not
of you
hesitate.
cast Divine Favor. Now let's fight Sarzakis. I'm not reading all this. Like, if anybody joined me in the last run yesterday, I already talked to them twice. Like, this is just formalities. But here we go. Let's start the fight. Oh wait, I have to go. Interpreter bids you farewell with a polite bow. Master won't keep you any longer. He wishes to state that he found this conversation very entertaining. Wishes you fruitful trading and good meat in your cages. Before I actually fight him, there was one more thing I wanted to do. Use the Sword of Heaven on Cena. And then on you. And one more on you. Okay, now let's fight. Attack, let's see how good you are in a fight. And then everybody.
I will defend my dream.
Let's see how well we did with initiative. Not good. Smoke distraction. Usually it's the first move. I remember what happened last time. Wasn't the slave trace on the fucking This guy, these guards and the magic they cast really messes me up. Let's try this shroom.
Will resist.
Alright. Oh, there's another. Thankfully, they're immune to energy drains, so it doesn't do anything. Oh. How did the horse go over? Oh, just, yeah, go over here and do it. Land. Try to kill this guy.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
We'll see about that. Ooh. Nice crit at the end. Ember. Cast a big ol' firestorm. Okay. That'll be it from her. Confusion. That'll do it. Just a singing, just a guard. That's a big enough problem. Use Divine Fortune and try to kill Sarzakis.
Begone, fiend!
Miss. Miss. Okay, with advantage. .58 armor class. Okay, no wonder. We are not killing Sarzakis with any attacks. Noted. Sarzakis took damage. So okay, token. Right, good call. That's your turn. Comes out a shadow demon. That's getting attacked. So that's good. Singlong use Smite Evil on Sarzakis. See if you can have a better chance of hitting this thing.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Alright. She actually got a hitting. 2. Alright. Let's take that as a win. Your turn. You kill the... Right. This thing has to
Prepare
take
yourself.
priority. It's too dangerous. Damn.
Go.
The thing died to firestorm damage. Right, finish off the intrepid. Good job. Then use extra attack. And then kill the
You won't survive me.
fusion spammer. Not do anything against Sozakis, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. Got him once. That's pretty good. I'm not expecting a whole lot from him. 5, 6, 7 trainers. So ignoring those for now. There's a senior guard. Another fire spin right here. There we go. And then the giant spiders are on the move. Just triggering attacks of opportunity. Right. Here's the sorcerer. Stand up. And then just heal everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, for the most part, this fight's going pretty well. The biggest problem is still Sozakis. Those two are out. Sozakis is still a problem, but a problem that will be dealt with soon enough. Alright. Just beat up on Sozakis.
Into the
Sheila's the only
fray.
one that's able to hit him. With a relative alliance. Never mind. Guess I just got Okay. Next, evolutionary. Let's see. Shoot down the
Desna,
star.
guide my hand.
Maybe not in that lens. Good job. There you go. Alright. Charge. Lens, pretty much done. Pressing uses key points for extra attacks.
Endure this!
They have the lens ahead. Another milestone. Use this heal. Okay. Stand up. And cast Wrath of the Righteous.
Patricium Turinos!
Damage. Don't tell me. Frightening. If it wasn't already on.
The light take you.
Got it. One hit makes it all worth it. Alright. Oof. Alright. What do you have? Quarry. Ranger's Command. Sure. Grant your bonuses to everyone. And then quarry. Arzacus is in the... Oh, wait. Arzacus is dead. Okay, then just shoot him down, I guess.
Make your peace.
And perfect strike, and he doesn't have stunning. Yeah, he lost stunning strike. I'll just shoot this guy.
Make every strike count.
That's it. This guy around takes fire damage. Alright. I really like that one relic that spawns spiders after every ally dies. Because that also includes summoned allies as soon as the summoned monster, summoned elemental wears off, it gives me another spider. Apparently the spiders aren't even weak, so this actually makes that would actually make for an actually good summoner build if I actually focused on it. Alright, let's see, what do I get? Senior Guard, Falchion, called the Bearer of Sorrow. +4, cruel, vicious. Grants its wielder 1 extra attack for every 5th hit. Wielder, place the weapon. Bearer of Sorrow. +3 full plate. +2 belt. My guard had a +2 quarterstaff, and that's it. Alright, nothing fancy there. What about this guy? Nothing fancy on this guy either. Alright, what's Arzacus has? Gold corner flesh markets. +2 belts. 3 natural armor. A ring of evasion. Resistance +3. +2 quarterstaff. The interpreter had +2 dagger, +2 heavy crossbow, +4 headband, charisma. Arzacus Peza. Let's see. Grants him. Oh. Alright, an amulet that gives immunity to necromancy while... Oh, only in a demonic rage. Screw it. All in all, not bad. Not bad. Though I would have sold that ring of that +5 bracer if I knew I was just going to get another one. Right, save. It's more or less the end of the flesh markets, more or less. Doesn't look like these guys have anything unique on them either. The ghostly mouth stretches her lips into a wide and insincere smile. Oh, here comes my benefactor. Thanks to you, I've taken over the supply chain and the clients of the worms you exterminated. They account for 2/3 of the slave market in the whole of the Lichen era. Isn't it marvelous? Eh. Oh, turn on the light. Oh, in. Alright, let's see. What? I'm leaving.
Let us press on. Nice. Our path leads on.
Alright. Some signs of previous substance. No.
I will guide us.
Actually, no, that's it. We don't need to be here now. We can just use this portal right here. issues of faith and loyalty. Hmm. All right. The hand of the inheritor is silent for a long time before speaking. It appears I am the one to blame for the discord between us. I was a poor companion, and I left you alone in the den of evil. And soon I will leave you again, so please, listen to me before we part. Remorse and grief fill the angel's voice. My faith has suffered a terrible blow. But in my blaze of desperation and anger, I have spared no thought to you for your feelings. Even if you are not the chosen one of my radiant mistress, you are still the victim of a plot devised by an evil soul, whose insidiousness defies description. You have my sympathy, believe me. If only I knew how to heal your soul of the corruption Aurilu Vorlesh has placed in it, I would do so without a moment's hesitation. But I have no such knowledge, and I see no hope ahead, just darkness and inevitability. Why did you not even suspect something like this? The angel lowers his head. I was so eager and confident, and my heavenly mistress Iomade was so busy with her unfathomable concerns that she could not honor me with an audience. She, of course, was aware of the truth, and without a doubt, she would have restrained me from making such decisions if only I had taken more time and waited for her counsel. After a pause, the hand of the inheritor goes on saying, "It is wrong to blame an enemy for his cunning once you've been caught in his web, but still, Aurilu Vorlesh is an extremely skillful and powerful spellcaster. Even now, when I look at you, I see an angel of light, and nothing reveals the other entity hiding within that light. I only glimpsed it when you were gaining your powers back there in the palace. I saw the kinship between your powers and the powers contained within an Ahindrian crystal. What a bitter, bitter insight." This changes nothing. Whoever gave me my powers, I will use them only as I see fit. I feel shocked and confused myself. The angel makes a gesture as if wanting to put his hand on your shoulder, but at the last moment he draws back. Stay strong and do not let evil possess you. Grief grows in the angel's voice, accompanied by bewilderment. Listen, Mendel. I have already told you that I trust in your good intentions, and I believe you were used against your will. But it is also true that you are a weapon forged by the same hands that mutilated the world with the world wound. And no matter what intentions Arilu and her patrons are hiding, they cannot be good. Therefore, no matter how difficult it is for me to say it, you cannot return to the Crusaders and fight alongside the righteous. And I am not prepared to support you in any other endeavors. Any course of action you choose could prove to be a secret plan orchestrated by Arilu and the Demon Lords. I would be glad to heal you, but I can't. I would be happy to bring retribution to Arilu and the Lady in Shadow for what they've done, but it is not within my power. I am helpless here. But I cannot just sit around doing nothing. I am leaving. I am going to hunt down the echo of the sky. And then at least one righteous thing will have been accomplished in the abyss. Forgive me. The angel falls silent. His words sound desperate, as if he does not truly believe in the success of his mission, and is seeking your forgiveness now because he knows there will not be another chance. I'll choose the good one because that's the whole point of this run. Alright. Well, in that case, I'll have to fight Hepzibah and stop her army of mythic demons by myself. Whoever gave me my powers, knowing but me, can defend the people of Galarian. You hear astonishment and shame in the angel's voice. How bitter it is. The one whom I accused of being an involuntary accomplice to dark powers thinks only of saving the innocent. I was right to call you champion. Yes, you are right. We must stop Hepzibah's legions before they swarm Galarian, feasting on living beings, and I will not abandon you until this mission is complete. Everything else that needs to be addressed can be addressed later. Huh. Neat. Save. Visual sense. Alright, we're good. What's the choice here? Alright. What is our next step? We know where Baphomet's daughter is hiding. Onward. Nope. Mariel, nope. Cardona, nope. Alright, looks like no one has anything new to mention. Then brings you here. How do you feel about reconciling with your mom? Len scratches his head pensively. It's weird. I think I feel happy about it, but I also feel like the rug's been pulled out from under me. You know, I never even admitted to myself that I was angry at her. I didn't let myself even consider it. I took all my anger out on myself, on the demons, and still, it was like I was carrying around a huge boulder. And now that that weight is gone, I don't know how to live without it. She won't go, she won't, she went back to Nerosian, but she gave me her address. It's strange to think I can write to her, tell her what's on my mind, ask her for advice. I was used to her not being around, to the idea that she was gone forever, and now I have to get used to her being in my life. Lan smiles. Thank you, Mendel, for not letting me off the hook. I was mad. I'd have sooner run into the wound and hugged the demon than gone to see her. But it turned out you were right. Thank you. I don't know what that situation is with your parents, but if you get the chance to hug your mom, do it. Did you come with me so you could see the surface again? Initially, I blamed the demons for everything my family and I had been through. I wanted to come up to the surface to seek revenge, but since meeting my mom and becoming chief of our tribe, so many things have changed for me. I'm on the surface to drive the demons out of Galarian, because there will only be more misery in this world as long as they're here. The past is in the past. I can't change what happened to my family and my people. We just have to live with the consequences, but we can still change the future. Alright. Do you still want revenge on the demons for your family's suffering, or has something changed? You know, I guess something has changed. I really wanted to make the demons pay for everything. For mongrels being cast out, for my mom's tears, for my dad's early death, for the lumps in my porridge. But after I reconciled with Mom, I realized a lot of things. I realized that I just hate feeling helpless. That's it. Whenever I don't know what to do, I start thinking everything is my fault. I thought I hated the demons, but I actually just hated myself. Before this crusade, I'd never even met a demon. And then, when I saw what they turned Lindelwald into, what they were doing on the surface, it's like everything suddenly became crystal clear. I realized that demons must be destroyed, not because they spat on my ancestors' soup way back when, but just because they are the evil that we must defeat if we want to live. I watched them die from my arrows, and I know I'm doing the right thing. Of course, it's a drop in the ocean, but as long as my hands obey me, as long as my eyes can see the target, I still have hope that I can do something important. There's still time for that. How do you feel after the skirmish with Savamelik? If you mean my health, I'm as good as new. If you mean my head, it's empty now, almost back to normal. I've forbidden myself from thinking about Savamelik and the mongrels. If I do, I'll go crazy. Len chuckles. Life is an amazing thing. You try so hard to avoid what you're afraid of, and it gives you exactly that. I've always been afraid of being helpless, and now I'm here and my tribe's somewhere else, and it's unclear who I'll find when I return to them. I was afraid of being useless to a comrade in a moment of peril, and of course that's exactly what happened. Well, you know, every cloud has a silver lining. I've been looking for my calling in life in this crusade, and I found it. It's my duty to protect my tribe and show Savamelik that he has no power over us, no matter what it costs me. Maybe what I do will have no impact on the wider struggle. And it's not like anyone cares about Mongols, but my fate is bound to my tribe. Len scoffs. I'm sure Sol will make a cave drawing about it, and I'll be remembered as a very heroic stickman. Thank you for your answers. So long. Usually, anything new? Yep. Usually seems confused. Something is wrong. I feel like I've lost something or not. It was Desna who lost me when we descended into the abyss. She had been my invisible protection through all those years, and now I no longer feel the divine helping hand on my shoulder. What is this gift you mentioned? You saw it yourself many times. Whenever something threatened my life, the goddess sent her divine butterflies to carry me away. Her powers no longer protect me now that I'm back in the abyss. Can you still enter your dream realm? Maybe, I think so. Arushale pauses, listening to something deep inside her, and then smiles shyly. Yes, my dreams are still there, and nobody will take them away from me. You have nothing to fear with me at your side. I know. Thank you. Alright. You wanted to talk about what happened at the Malchio's Manor? Yes, I thought a lot about what he said and then I understood. Wait, I think it would be easier to show you instead of trying to explain everything. Will you follow me into my dream again, please? Let's go. Thank you. Arushale takes your hand in her small searing palm and the world around you begins to fade. Arushale's dream is filled with smoke. Cold, ghostly fire is devouring the dreams of others she has collected. Tears are flowing freely from her eyes, leaving faint trails of her soot-stained cheeks. Alright. Don't cry. Arushale wipes her tears, smearing soot all over her face. Do you remember what we saw in Demolchio's mansion? What he said about the dreams coming true? Food, riches, the demise of his enemies? The teary-eyed succubus looks at you. Desna asked me what I dreamed of. I tried to find an answer. I truly did. But look, are my dreams any different from the desires of demons? What's changed? What's the name of that bird that grabs everything shiny and carries it off to its nest? A goldfinch, right? I'm just like a thieving goldfinch that spies on people's dreams and hoards them away. But doing that hasn't changed me at all. I'm still the same greedy, cruel, lustful demon I've always been. Other demons don't dream. That's true, but this is my dream. And it's full of things that demons desire in reality. That's not true. You're not like other demons. You do good. I force myself to do good every day. I help mortals, I protect them from other demons. But can my actions change my inner nature at all? If I'm still a demon inside, then what does it matter? What if, without even knowing it, I'm simply ingratiating myself with you so I can seduce, betray, and murder you? I don't want that, but my black heart does. What are you going to do now? Now? Arushale looks at her burning dream of sadness. I have to start anew. I still have my own dream. I will cleanse it of others' desires and try to find my own. Arushale cradles a tiny flame in her palm and watches it dance on her fingers. I was so happy to receive my own dreams, and now it's so difficult to get rid of them. Will you help me destroy all of this? I fear I won't manage on my own. Burn Arushale's dreams. Burn down the cultists. Burn that down, burn that down.
Godspeed.
Don't need adamantine. Some people up. Feels dead, don't need that. Don't need a bunch of weapons. Don't need a bookshelf. Don't need a fancy elixir. Need that. I suppose this was mine. I don't even know what's being burned over here. Mallory. You can't click him. Alright. Burn this down. Thanks for giving me this dream, Mendel. It's a beautiful dream, but it isn't mine. Alright. Table. And then I think that's everything. Right. Arushale's dream has been swallowed by the flames. Ribbons of smoke drift away, carried by an intangible wind. A black shadow lurks in the darkness, staring at you. This is Arushale's ineradicable nightmare. The succubus touches the table. The fire not only failed to destroy it, it somehow made the table even more real. Arushale studies it with a mix of sorrow and confusion. What's wrong with this stupid table? Why didn't it burn? What if this is... Yeah, what? Your nightmare didn't burn either. No, it didn't. Arushale looks at the black shadow, which stares dolefully back at her. That thing won't leave this place, ever. Think about it. Why this table? Why is it important? I don't know. I don't. Arushale knocks on the wooden surface. It's just a table. Nevia's fresh bread used to be here, but now it's gone, and yet the table remains. What if this is a real dream, your own dream? and not something you've overheard. This table? The confused succubus traces the wooden surface with her fingers. Is this what I dream of? Furniture? What now? Is it truly the end of your dream? I don't know. I probably won't do anything yet. Everything has burned down, apart from my nightmare in this table. You know, I might just... She cuts herself short and turns away, blushing a little. No, that won't do. Or, I'm sorry. I need some time. I need some time alone to think about it and sort it out in my head. Can we discuss this in a few days? For now, let's just go back to the real world. For several days to reflect on the situation. Sure. Alright. Have you worked out yet? Let's see. Have you worked out yet what that table in your dream means? Not yet. I keep going back there to examine it, but it's still just a simple wooden table. What can it possibly signify? Ruchle shrugs. It's a mystery. Perhaps I'll be able to solve it when we get back to Galarian. It is not very easy to dream here in the abyss. I have to go. I'm watching you. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna go take I'm gonna go have Mendel take a long rest. I burned through almost all my spells here. Ninio, do you have anything? Yep. It's time for an experiment. I hope these words inspire as much enthusiasm in you as they do in me. What's this experiment about? You see, I have decided, though dared would be a better term, to address an issue which up to now I have preferred to avoid due to my total ignorance in this sphere. Ninio lowers her head in embarrassment. I realize that it's hard to believe that I, a person of, let's skip the false modesty, superior intellect, could not know something so simple, but it's never too late to fill in gaps in one's knowledge, right? I'm talking about friendship. To be honest, at first I planned to assign the writing of this article for the encyclopedia to a co-author of some kind. But then I met you, my loyal follower, and suddenly I thought I could write it myself. Ninio seems to have reached the limit of her courage, and she looks away. Have you ever had friends? Hold on, so you're trying to say that you consider me your friend? You misunderstand me. I don't need friends. I have no desire to spend my time on them when I could spend it on new experiments and discoveries. Ninio explains this to you as though she is speaking to a 5-year-old kid. I just want to learn what it's like to have friends for the encyclopedia, nothing more. I realize that you would like to consider me your friend. Who wouldn't? I'm a scientific luminary after all, so I do apologize for disappointing you. So you've never had friends? I see no sense in them. Well, if it needs to be done, we'll do it. Let's get started. I'm glad you've agreed. Many would have considered my request too personal and refused. It's good that you're above such squeamish sentiment. Here, I've made a list. I based it on my observations of individuals around me and on my personal knowledge of the topic, which, I have to admit, is far from comprehensive. She hands you a crumpled piece of paper. Study it well. We'll start as soon as you're ready. Friends. How to be a friend, a checklist. Friends smile at each other, gossip about their other friends. Drink alcohol together, no longer required. Sometimes argue, sometimes copulate. Do we have to follow this list? Ninja looks at you with disapproval. You're trying to say that I made it for nothing? I've developed a perfect methodology that involves all the mechanisms of friendship between two individuals, but by all means. Sure, let's just abandon the list. Read the list. Point number 1, friends smile at each other. You raise your eyes to Ninja, who has already fixed a malevolent grin on her face. The kind that would make you soil yourself if you saw it in the dark of night. Respond with a brief smile. Keeping the unnatural grin on her face, Ninja hisses through her clenched teeth. You call that a smile? Come on, try again. Give her a wide smile. Your eyes bore in Ninja's, and she stares right back at you both grin as widely as possible. A minute passes in tense silence. She massages her cheeks with her hands. I never imagined being a friend was such an exhausting business. So what's next on the list? Read the list. Point number 2, friends gossip about their other friends. Oh, I've made some preparations for that. She produces several pieces of paper from her sleeve. Come on, let's get to it. Who are we going to gossip about? Urushale. Excellent choice. So what do you think of her? I love her. Oh, how interesting. Incidentally, yesterday I saw Ninja picks up a random piece of paper and reads it. Drinking from a puddle. That doesn't sound like her at all. Really? Excuse me, I'll try again. Yesterday I saw her. Ninja picks up another random piece of paper and reads it. Eating worms. Do you have any idea who we're talking about? Ninja becomes a little embarrassed, but only a little. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a call. Wrong number. Alright. Let's see. No, I don't make a point of remembering those I travel with. That's why I prepared all these universally applicable pieces of gossip. She raises her fist with several pieces of paper clenched in it. This is ridiculous. I fully agree. This all seems rather like sheer stupidity to me too. But how can we learn that stupidity is stupid without doing stupid things? We need to see the experiment through. She gives you a satisfied nod and stows her papers back in her sleeve. Alright, stage 2 is now complete. What's next on the list? Point number 3, friends drink alcohol together, and then it says no longer required. Oh right, I should cross out this point. I wrote this and then I checked the encyclopedia and recalled that I've already conducted that experiment. And judging by the same encyclopedia, and especially by an odd stain on that particular page, it would be unwise, to say the least, to try and repeat it. Read the list. Point number 4, friends sometimes argue. A new heap of papers appears in Nenio's hands. You are uninterested and disinterested in this experiment, and you can't even tell the difference between those two words. What? You're such a freak that even Ravagug feels sorry for you. Ravagug. Imprisoned since the age of creation, the god Ravagug, also known as the Rough Beast, the Great Destroyer, and the World Breaker, seeks only to destroy creation and the other gods. Believed to be imprisoned in a state of torpor somewhere deep within Galarian, his increasingly restless stirrings are taken by many to be the cause of volcanic activity and earthquakes. His worshippers are known for embodying the god's dominion over destruction, disaster, and wrath. Greetings, Atrocious! Maintain a skeptical silence. Your mouth stinks so terribly, your backside's envious. Maintain a skeptical silence. Your head's only suitable for use as a receptacle for food. Maintain skeptical silence. Hey, I'm running out of insults. Come on, join in the discussion. Maintain skeptical silence. Nenio looks at her papers somberly, then crumples them and hides them in her sleeve. You're, a fool. Continue to maintain skeptical silence. Nenio sighs. Fine, that's enough. I think I've bickered enough for the both of us. We can be considered friends now. And on that note, I conclude the fourth part of the experiment. What's last on the list? Point number 5. Friends sometimes copulate. Oh yes, that. Nenio sighs. Take off your underwear. What? Now we're going to engage in the act of copulation exclusively for the sake of carnal pleasure, bypassing the main purpose of all copulation, which is procreation. What part of that isn't clear? Okay. Take off your underwear. Not a bard, not chaotic, not pervert, not just a good guy, not doing that. We stay the course. Not all friends have to do that. Is that true? Are you sure? I'm sure. What an unexpected and interesting piece of information. I must confess, I wasn't so thrilled about this whole copulation idea from the start. It's so nice that science does not demand this sacrifice of me today. This thoroughly awkward experiment is finally concluded. What? Do it for all the Yif fans? You must do good as good can be for fanbase. So far, I have gotten no clue from anyone who has ever commented in this chat at all or on this channel that anyone that watches my channel is a furry. So no one that's part of this fan base or even enjoys being, hanging out around here is interested in Nenio or furries in general. So no, there's no fan base to do this for. Moving on. Let's see. This thoroughly awkward experiment is finally concluded. I have learned what it means to be a friend, and now I can write an article about it for the encyclopedia. Nenio rubs her nose with a pencil. I am happy that it's over. I am once again convinced that friendship is the most foolish of all occupations. You did it all wrong. Friendship is more than just smiling, gossiping, bickering, and sex. Is it? We've concluded all the assigned actions typical for two friends. Of course, I could have compiled an extended list, which would have included joint food ingestion and senseless banter with the aim of showing each other in the least attractive light. But how would that change the situation? What? Isn't it good to help your friends explore the joys of carnal pleasure? One must sacrifice thereby for the good of friendships. No! No! That's terrible! No! If you ever find yourself on friendly terms with a girl, do not make that argument with her to try to bang her. No! That's terrible. That's the opposite of good. Alright. Do you know what I will write in the encyclopedia? Friendship is a set of primitive rituals intended to help individuals forget about their loneliness. However, I have no interest in that. I see my loneliness as a sign of my uniqueness. The one who leads the way is always alone. Now I have time to answer your questions. Come on, ask away. Check out this mask I found. There's writing on the inside. Nenio snatches the mask from your hands and examines it from every angle. It looks like an average mask, smells like mold, tastes like, yep, disgusting. The eye holes are... She puts the mask on and looks at it through you, utterly unremarkable. And yet I sense some hidden magic in this mask. I'd bet my encyclopedia that it must be the answer to one of the riddles of those statues in the nameless ruins. The writing on the inside looks very much like one of the answers. With a sigh, she hands the mask back to you. All we have to do is find 4 such masks and bring them to the statues. You won't forget to take me with you when you head to solve the statue's riddles, will you? Better write it down somewhere. Ninio's extremely interested in visiting the nameless ruins after you find all 4 masks. Right. I have to go. Alright. There's an Asmar. Never forget how you saved us. You're a true hero, an arbiter of mercy sent to us, radiant serenade itself. Alright. Well, with that out the way, does Regil have anything new to talk about? I doubt it. Oh, shit, he does. What an interesting discovery. He who was considered the chosen of the gods, who was destined to liberate the world wound, turned out to be a creation of the world wound's architect. Regil speaks matter-of-factly. I didn't have my doubts about the nature of your power, but the reality exceeded every expectation. You're just a prude. I'm sure all your friends are fuck buddies. That is probably not true. But I don't engage in trying to question what my friends do on their off time. So while you could be right, I doubt it. Right. The source of my power is irrelevant. I am who I am. Rilu cannot control me. I suppose you are right. If Aurilu, Vorlesh, or Nocticula had direct access to your consciousness, or any other ways to blackmail you, they would have acted by now. On the one hand, I am astonished that they decided to grant such colossal power to an entity outside their control. And on the other hand, that is peak demon behavior. One way or another, consider yourself warned that I will have to report our discovery to my superiors in the Hell Knight hierarchy. And now I am ready to answer your questions. Nah, I got nothing. Is there really nothing down here? I figured like NPCs would have filled up this spot by now. Something.
March ahead.
Oh well. What do we have over here? You doubt it? Why? Because they're all nerds? Statistically, nerds are more likely to have sex for the sake of having sex. For reasons I will not divulge here. When did you bother to look this up? And why? Why is this even information you have access to? Well, no, you know what? The internet exists. I know why you would have access to it, but like, why seek such knowledge? Like, I mean, were you hoping to have like casual rendezvous with a nerdy girl? That would answer it. Don't get me wrong, everyone has a type. Gray Boy, you got anything new to share? Nope. Psychology is one of my pastimes. Oh, no wonder I'm read so much. Oh, okay then. Valerian slave. It looked like we were doomed to death, but you saved us. Glory to the Crusaders. We were literally dying in there, but then you came like an angel of radiant Iomade, delivered us from slavery. We'll name our son after you, I swear. See that? Alright. Yep, nothing new from you. Ember, anything new from you? Yep. You glimpse a vague shadow behind the girl's back. You look closer, but it appears as if it were never there. Alright. I noticed a shadow behind you. Yes, I saw them too. They come and go, but don't do anything bad. I don't think they are scary. Okay. You've talked to Nocticula. What can you say about her now? She was laughing so loudly, but you know, I think it was just so she didn't cry. She has so many servants, but not a single friend. So many lovers, but no one to love. So much power, and she uses it all to hurt herself. I hope she can change her life. It will be so sad if she has to live like that forever. I have to go. So go. Okay. There's more. They all say roughly the same thing. Alright. Socio is drawing something, but when he notices you, he hurriedly fold over the paper. Don't tell me you managed to some beauty in the abyss. No. Cringing a little, Socio shows you a few sheets of crossed out sketches, but you can still recognize the vistas of the Lucianera in them. I tried, but I can't. Not here. May the goddess forgive me, but it's beyond my powers. Struggling for inspiration? The priest shakes his head. My drawing, it's just not flowing the way it normally does. This place doesn't inspire creativity. Need to talk to you. Of course, how can I help you? Oh, he's got nothing to say. Alright. Treasure slave. Yeah. Weapons, you all heard this one. Darren. Nothing new. Camellia. Nothing new. Zorgus. Have to go.
I will guide us.
No one's got anything new to say. So, we'll just go and take the long rest. Of all spells to create, it seems like I've never come across anything better to create other than the Scroll of Haste. No, there it is. Oh. They have a search thing added in. What's it called? In inventory, but when it comes to spell scrolls to create, it's like, nope. Gotta find it the old-fashioned way. Hit OK. There we go. Begin rest.
Quit scowling at me. Let's drink. I have a flask of excellent liquor, strong enough to break the ice between us.
I could accept your offer, I suppose, but I have a rule. I don't drink in the company of poisoners, cheaters, or assassins.
What does he mean doesn't inspire creativity? Just being in the abyss, I've thought up at least 10 creative ways to slice someone to pieces. I think he actually did answer that. Going about, like, enjoying and trying to see beauty in injuries and such is supposed to be the teachings of another deity entirely. I think it's Zon-Kuthon specifically. Like, Shellen's supposed to teach about, ways to preserve beauty as a whole, not find beauty in scars and disfigurement. Anyway, save. Where am I going to go now? Oh, wow, it's getting pretty late. Alright, you know what? We'll call it for now. I'm going to switch up games soon. Alright, thank you all for joining me on this run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We're going to switch games soon. Hope to see you all there. Or I'll be able to stream tomorrow around, well, maybe early in the day. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Hope to see you all later tonight. Until then, please